Ngồi lại với đêm riêng mình ngẩn nhìn từng áng mây trôi về phía xa chân trời. Khẽ một tiếng thở dài rồi nước mắt ướt bờ vai và cứ thế trôi dài. Hình bóng ai đã nhạt phai, lòng đã thôi ngóng chờ ai em nhỉ.
Hello. I just wanted to share a trick. Not really a trick. I was watching Pony on 안녕하세요. Pony입니다 on YouTube. So I was watching one of her videos and I noticed that whenever she would put on foundation, she would take the foundation, put it on a brush first, like this, to cover up spots like that. And then she would take a beauty blender and then buff that out. And I started doing it. And I really, really love the results. Just using the brush alone would always cause a streaky application. And I just really didn't like how it looked. But using the beauty blender alone, this isn't a beauty blender. This is a Real Techniques sponge. Using the sponge alone didn't allow for the coverage that I needed. But using them together, game changer. I really, really love this. Look how nice my skin looks already. Just complimenting myself. I've been doing it this way for about a week now, and I just really love the results. And I thought I would share that with you. If you were also having problems with makeup application, maybe it could help somebody else out there. If you don't follow her yet, I definitely recommend following Pony on YouTube. She is amazing. Her makeup skills are I'm done. This is the sketch that I sent the client. The sketch shows the client what the final colors of the piece are going to be, as well as the art style and the basic overall composition. Once the client approves the sketch, I then take that sketch over into a new file with a larger resolution, and I basically use that sketch to create the line work for the final piece. I wanted to keep in mind the pegs that they sent me, but at the same time, I really wanted it to reflect my own style and not just copy whatever was sent to me. I'm sorry that the screen recording is a little pixelated. I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know if I made a mistake with the settings or if Procreate deliberately downgraded the resolution of the video recording, because it was actually struggling a little bit while I was painting this, since the file is kind of big, so maybe that's why. I'll insert some close-ups of the drawings here since you can't really see them properly in the recording. Since this was for a jewelry brand, I asked them what kind of objects they would like in the tree, and they said they would like gems and different pieces of jewelry. So what I did was I went on their website and I actually looked at the designs that they had made and used those as the basis for the drawings. And when I added the objects, I decided to add little bits of sparkle around each of the objects, like little diamonds and stars, things like that, just to make it a little bit more playful and a little less serious. Now I'm adding floating leaves in the background to create the overall shape of the tree. I wanted the tree to look really full, which is why first I did a layer of green leaves all around. Then I chose a more muted, faded green and added that in and around the tree as well to give it the illusion of more depth. I noticed that the trunk was looking a little crooked. I felt like it was leaning more towards the left, which is why I decided to add a little bit more on the left and right just to kind of balance it out. Then I decided to add a bike. Now I'm just adding a few butterflies and maybe a few more gems and objects just to give it a little bit more fullness. And here you have the finished painting. We are in my sister's house to celebrate the twins' birthday. The twins being his twin.
Twins.
It's his birthday. How old are you today?
25.
25 years old. Hey, what you guys doing?
Making pom-poms and failed, so we're just gonna watch a YouTube video on how to make pom-poms.
What?
We have to make pom-poms for my school.
We have to make pom-poms, and then it failed when we tried to make pom-poms.
Where's your crepe paper though?
Who's it first?
That's not crepe paper.
My mom said this is crepe paper.
That's not even close to crepe paper.
What's
Yeah.
crepe paper?
Not this.
Okay, so what's the first step? Do we need
Let's see.
scissors? I don't have scissors.
Hey, you know your bathroom is flooded?
Yeah, I know.
What's up with that, Cartolina? Why would your mommy think this was crepe paper? I have no words. Alright, let's see first if I still know how to
Shiny
do
crepe
it.
paper.
Scissors we need scissors.
Let me go up and get scissors. What else do you need?
I don't know. I'll know when we do it.
This that jam that you bumping in the car on the radio. Friends so disgusted, wonder how the hell they play it. Though secretly, you know they're gonna save it to their playlist. Dance to it alone and claim they hate it. Later be the one to say I like when they were nameless. Like I was listening before they were famous. Ain't it funny all the years you gotta put into the struggle, and it's just so you can try to entertain us. Waiting for them summertime sick radio hits when we bounce with our friends like this. Hit the beach with the sun on our back and the tunes all lit. Grateful to this how we live. Time and money just to hear it at a festival. Play it in the car at a party, show your friends it's the best of all. Get the aux scored out the way, you know what's getting played. Hit the play, I spin every day. And they made a radio song, knowing that we'll sing along. And we hear it on, they made a radio song, knowing that we'll sing along, we'll sing along.
Why are we here? Okay, so I wasn't gonna watch the Permission to Dance concert today. I was gonna watch the replay on the 30th because it is because it is my brother and my sister's birthday. But I suddenly had some free time and someone graciously invited me to come over. Yay!
That I saw, ocean eyes so deep that I could fall in. I didn't care about all of your flaws, and I dream about you from time to time. Then wake up thinking that you're still mine.
Oh damn, oh damn, oh damn.
Wasn't expect to see your face, to remember you're 1,000 miles away. Used to lift me up, but now I'm falling. Since you left, I've drifted out to sea. All the nights we danced away till morning. I miss the days that it was you and me. And I dream about you from time to time.